to redesign this guy to actually work. So the idea is, when you're designing boards that are more aesthetic than function, that still need to function, it is a day better than my week. Oh, I am sorry to hear that. I hope your day was either fantastic or your weekend wasn't that bad. And otherwise, either way, I hope the week only gets better for you. So, normally, an ISP header is this little guy right here. What are these guys? Little 5 or 6 pins. I only need 5 for the STM. This particular AVR header is really, really, really standard. These 6 pins, it's on the Arduinos. You'll find it on pretty much any regular board. You'll oftentimes even find them on things that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So like this guy here. Right there. Oof. I am sorry to hear that, Rain. Very sorry to hear that. The problem with I have with ISP headers is they are through-hole components. And when you're building a board that has a very specific profile it's trying to put out, punching 6 holes in the board and having a header stick out of it, not great. Oh, hi.
Is everything working?
So far,
Yay!
I've got audio.
Things are working! I don't know why you're working. Apparently. Oh my god.
I'm sorry you had a migraine, Rain. That migraines are the absolute worst.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rain.
I hope that it's gone away and stays away. But hi.
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 I know, I say hi to Rain. Like, hello.
Yes, but I'm saying hi to you.
Okay, hi.
Hi. Your hands are cold.
That's
I'm novel.
I'm actually cold.
Oh, that's novel.
I was actually considering turning off the air conditioning in the bedroom for like 20 seconds.
Absolutely not.
Well,
Don't you dare.
I walked in and I was cold. It never happens this time of year. Although it was like only 10 degrees. Yeah, which was
very nice.
Which was amazing. Anyways, I'm gonna go over. I'm in the middle of Streamfest preppy shenaniganeries, so...
Me too!
You too?
Me too! What?
What?
Shocking. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, hello.
Yes.
Do we want to see a Tobe? Hey, Tobes?
Who doesn't want to see
Hey,
the
bud.
Tobes?
Oh, hello, buddy. There you go.
That's a cute. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Look at the flippin'
Yeah.
Look at that flippin' bud.
Oh, buddy.
He's like, I've never been loved.
Hey, Tobes.
He's like, good things happen when my parents talk to the thing. Talk to the comforter.
Right?
Oh, I guess I did bring those down for you.
Yes, you did. Redeems Jazzy Carrot with Mothman guitar. Jazzy Carrot, yes. Mothman guitar, that I haven't touched in probably 8 months.
I have often walked down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where Tobe lives. Are there liver treats in this wood-paneled basement?
There
right,
are.
in this wood-paneled room.
There you go.
Is this a place where you can come and hide from the electric broom? That'd be the vacuum. Although I guess vacuum is also rhymes.
Rhymes, but the syllable counts off. So
Yes.
you did good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a duet.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh, buddy. Oh,
Oh,
Tobe,
bud.
You doing okay?
Come here, touch. Up. duet with Carrot.
Husky.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
It's always the little howl that just murders off the.
Oh, buddy.
What's up, bud?
Boop.
Use your words. Use your words. Yep, I'm following you. Use your words. It's a trick that we've taught him. Use your words.
Indeed.
Is that it? Is that it? You just want more? You ate pepperoni sticks, and there's none for me. Don't forget to add meat for me.
Indeed. Thank you. Yeah, Toby put everything in that howl. 100%. That is very much his vibe. So, as I was saying, when you're doing aesthetic first designs, you end up in situations where a standard ISP header is not going to be suitable, right? So, as an example, if I open up a different project here, and I go over here, I have no idea what it's going to click in. Perfect. That's exactly the window I wanted. This was one of the boards that fit that category, right? This was done for a trip a couple of weeks ago, mostly as a souvenir for our dear friend Ark. Oh yes, if you haven't seen this, it is absolutely glorious. Hold on. Allow me to flip this into the 3D view and I will share that. The appropriate board is actually upstairs. But 1 minute. There we go. Just needed to change one small thing there, and we should be able to go here. There we go. So, obviously, that board had to be purple. Obviously, there was all sorts of things that had to happen here, right? So, basically, the general function of the board, 2 buttons, LED matrix, and RGB LED eyes. And there was a additional unrealized function, which is that the toes were supposed to talk to each other. So you'd touch 2 boards together and they'd be able to talk to each other and pass serial communications. You know, so if Ark touched anybody else's board, it would just start yelling at them. You know, that kind of stuff. You place the resistors in a little heart around the microcontroller and stuff like that. Now, point to a place where I could put a ISP header punch through without it looking weird. It's not really anywhere for it. So what we did is we went to the back of the board and we put a surface mount piece on here. Now this was a modification of a flat to the surface, but again, I don't want to solder to this because the ISP header is not a functional part of this board. Ideally, once it's programmed, it will literally never be programmed ever again in its life. Hey Eden, welcome in. How you doing this evening? Great to see you. So, by splitting things out like this, it gives me a little bit more space per pin to work with. Now, we have a That is very positive news. So we're going to push 2 more pins in here. I'm just going to flip to a slightly less claustrophobic camera for this particular operation, mostly so that I can actually work in a place that doesn't require me to shrimp. I'm going to shove these guys on here just mostly because I already know I need to reprint this. So if I take the time to do this properly, I can get a nice iteration out of it, and life will be good. So yeah, you can see this pin, you can actually see. Actually, just about dropped the other one. Yeah, these are the different scales of our 2 pogo pins, so you can appreciate how much of an improvement this is. Gonna make things substantially more reliable is the goal. Now, obviously, part of the problem we have... Yeah, see, those 2 look like they're making contact. Yeah. But the idea, generally, is the bottom is going to have that lovely, pretty little pattern that we predefined on our board. And that will allow me to basically just push this up against the board, tell the thing to program, and then move on with my day. That's the general idea. We'll see if it actually becomes the general reality. I have my doubts. There we go. Alright, so... yeah, so that's not good. As you can see, those are a little bit close. Ideally, these pins would probably be like 1.5 millimeters instead of 2 at that outermost diameter. I've got nothing I can do about that, apart from, you know, I could order some different pins, but don't really want to do that. But actually, this is a great example. This is what it's meant to do. You push down, and then you see there's a little tiny hole pattern there. You can see it over here as well. Makes nice round contact. And it doesn't need to be perfectly level. It doesn't need to be perfectly even pressure because the spring force will take care of all of that. Oh, hey, buddy. Hi, Tobes. What's going on, Tobes? So, we have our pins that are too close together. Left, right. Oh, hey, buddy. Come here. Yeah, hi. There you go. Oh, my God. You're such a derp, Tobes. You're such a derpy dog. Oh, my derpy boy. Hello. Hi. Hello. Oh, my derpy boy. What are you doing? You just come in from outside. Yeah. Oh, bud. Yeah. Hello. Here we go. There you go. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to take this guy and we need to move our pins further apart and further apart. We need to create a little bit of clearance. Now the problem we have is that obviously this is defined in a certain way. So these internal pieces here are my actual pins. So you can see this big rectangle. This is the actual pin spacing that we are currently looking at. As it stands, it's all currently middle. We can very, very easily start by getting rid of... There is a... Oh, hey, buddy. What's up? So, I don't mind the 1.6 millimeter diameter. That actually treated me reasonably well with some nice press fit pins. But we are going to delete these circles for the moment. Just going to deactivate and then reactivate the sketch so that I can... There we go. So this is our pattern, and before we had the middle arrangement. Now we're going to create this kind of situation here. And I'm actually going to add some construction geometry along this pattern. Turnip! Welcome in, friend. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the resub. 21 months is a ridiculous number that shouldn't be real. And I very much appreciate it. Oh, buddy. Oh, do you need a resub, Tobe? Come here. Up. There you go. Resub, Tobe! Resub, Tobe! Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go. There you go, buddy. Buddy, you are so derpy. Come here. This way. No. There you go. Little Labsky, right? Just for you, Turnip, for that resub. Thank you so much. Thank you for your continued support. Really does mean a lot. Hey, bud. Alright, I need to do more stuff here, bud. So we're going to add our circle. We're gonna add another circle. And we're gonna set all three of these circles to equal each other. Now what it should allow me to do, yeah, there we go. So I can now move these circles up and down at will. We're gonna see if that turns out to be enough. And we're gonna put that 0.3 back from center. That should hopefully give us enough space. this one there. Boop. And that one and this one. Equal, please. Nope. Okay. Okay. This one and this one will be equal to each other, and then I'll just have 2 spots to determine a dimension. And that's fine. So that's created an additional 0.6 clearance between the 2 sides, so that's good. That's a lovely number. We like that. Now, the big thing that we haven't addressed yet is the pin-to-pin spacing, left and right, which you know is lovely. So if I were to delete that, that should allow me to slide this pin end back and forth along that axis. Yes, good. If I put that sketch line back, I can now define a dimension for this to this of give it an extra 0.1. That'll put me a little bit off axis, but hopefully not enough to be a problem. But there's a reason why there's nothing currently running on the printer, which is that we have these prints run very, very quick because it's a fairly thin object. It runs incredibly quick, which allows us to iterate this very quickly. It's also a nice thing is if you don't have to print your entire piece, like you need to make a bracket fit a sensor bracket that goes on the rest of an assembly or whatever, if you can take the time to pull out certain pieces to make sure that they fit appropriately, even if it's not part of your full model, you'll still see a fair bit of benefit. And just to make this print a little bit quicker, we're actually going to fillet all of these outside edges. Like that. And we're going to give them a little 1mm fillet. That, is a fairly simple way of getting just a little bit more speed out of your printer and a little bit less on the print artifact side. Because that allows your printer to basically coast around the corner instead of coming all the way to a stop in one axis and then accelerating off in the other. So it makes a difference. Not a massive one on a part like this, but it does make a difference. All right, we're gonna slice, we're gonna print it. It should take about 5 minutes to print after it heats, which should be, it'll probably be about a 10-minute process all said and done. And then we can test our pins and go from there. Otherwise, we have this, which is the start of our code for this board. I copied some of the code over from the other piece. The big chunk that we're working on right now is the matrix LED driver. So this does have a matrix LED. It's a, allow me to pull up the schematic. So it's a fairly simple board, all said and done. There we go. It's a fairly simple board. It's very not complicated. ISP header, 2 buttons, microcontroller, and a, I was going crazy, and an LED matrix. Hello, Mom. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Really nice to see you. So we're creating a driver right now to turn these 30 LEDs outcome of a security breach. All right. So what we currently have, this takes a look, runs the appropriate piece, and loads in my display array as the appropriate first digit and then second digit. I think that works appropriately. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna actually make. I'm gonna go a little bit smaller here. Hopefully that's not too small. Probably too small. Yeah. Maybe. That's okay. If it's a problem, let me know. This guy goes there. I want all of that. Not that. That's part of my current case, I believe. If such and such and such and such, else such and such, for, blah, 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 blah. No, that indenting is all right. Okay. So now we're going to copy this, and we're going to put it in here. And then we're just going to change our two array names. Delete the extra break. Not that it actually matters, but that's okay. This is the super glamorous life of programming. Thankfully, I only need to do this for the numbers so far. My current intentions don't involve letters. They might eventually. But that's okay. We're gonna make do with what we got. I may or may not test this code off screen once I actually get to the point of testing anything. Currently, there's just straight up nothing to test. But I do have a fully assembled board sitting right beside me, off camera, where you can't see it. And if you want to see the board, you're just going to have to come back on Saturday. Because Shaboo-boo-boo. We are streaming. We're doing Streamfest on Saturday at 2 p.m. And it's a wonderful, wonderful lineup of people. Carrot is going to be doing Toby birthday celebration for charity with a whole bunch of other shenanigans planned. I have something planned with what we're currently working on. What that is, you will not know until I do so. I mean, I haven't been completely subtle. There is a way to figure out exactly what I've been working on right now. However, that's okay. I'm gonna double check this. I think it might just be an issue in how I've got it set up. Bugging the code that allowed an out of bounds write or buffer overflow could allow for it. It's not a function. This section is problematic because you can write to it and execute from a warning. Any sort of per function flag wouldn't address the core issue. Everybody else is saying that that error, that warning is caused by Flash. I don't think anything's going in Flash memory. Anyways, we only got one warning, and I don't, don't have to worry about it. Okay, so we've loaded our array, and I would kind of like to call. I'm going to call this update number. I'm going to put this in our header file so we can reach it from our main loop. Now, alright, so I'm going to run a so I think what we're going to do is we're going to create a for loop which takes our current row I just couldn't be bothered to rewrite a for loop. Oh, hold on, did I just find a bug? I did. Gotta be careful. Yep. Be very, very careful. What that was a result that I forgot when I started writing this loop. I forgot that I was already inside of another for, and I went, I can't use J. I can't use I'll use J. And I only changed the initial declaration. I didn't change the conditions. So what would have ended up happening is I would have done all sorts of funky breaking of my program logic because it would have been iterating the outer digit for loop inside of its own loop while trying to look at the wrong variable for what I wanted. It would have ultimately ended up overwriting the same column again and again and again instead of loading the array the way I wanted it to. That would have been really annoying to find later. So, basically how this ends up working is I'm trying to think of how exactly I want to do this. because I want to run this at a very, I want to run this at a controlled rate. Indeed, I wrote overly loopy code. There's Toucan Sam up in there. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our, we have a display array. I would like to display one row at a time. And then I would like to consider if display array current row bracket square brackets. Make sure you use the right kind of brackets, kids. I is less than column count. So what we're saying here is we're going to iterate through the column value of our current row on our display array. So we have 6 columns, 5 rows. And if we're going to take a look at whatever row we're currently on, and we're going to look at every single column, and we're going to say, is one of those supposed to be on? If so, then we need to take our current row and set it low. And I had a way of handling the GPIO aspect of this, but I've already forgotten what it was. Enumerate, maybe? I think an array. What kind of value is that? GPIO pin. So thankfully, I'm fairly certain I don't actually cross over a port for my rows. Yeah, everything's on PA. So I don't need to worry about my port. I just need to grab my pin, and I think that's just an int. So we can just go. Actually, what size of int? It's looking for a 16. We'll give it a 16. Now we need to go check what numbers I used. LD are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I didn't put a no. Okay. But we also need to add underscore pin to each of those. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Think that's going to work? Nope. It does not like that. Oh. Interesting. Oh, I know I ran into this on my last time I did this. Oh, and I just straight up just included main. Not elegant, but functional. Just include my entire main lowercase. Cutie Pie, welcome in. How you doing this evening? This time zone, wherever you are. Hope you had a good day. There we go. One too many times. Boop. Oh, good to hear. Two warnings. Statement with no effect. Ah, yes. I understand. I mean, of all the things that could be wrong, anemia is usually relatively easy to sort out, right? Yeah, that's the appropriate thing. Very happy to hear that. Always scary when your pet's not doing well, so. Oh, right, I need to tell it what, oh, right, reset. That's what I need, not low. You know, these are the things that just absolutely kill me. I can never remember the exact way that they want. Oh yeah, GPIO A. That's how they want it. There we go. Okay. So, look at all of our column. Look at all of our columns, and if any of them are high, set our current row low, which is what's going to allow our LED to run proper. If actually no, that's going to be part of it as well. And then we also want, might as well just really overdo it. So on every single back up to the top. Yeah. How do I want to handle that? I know. If input number less than 10, input array 0 equals 0, input array 1 equals input number. Else input array equals my input number. That way if I send single digits in, then it's only going to display a 0 on the left display and a 1 on the right. That should work. Okay. Unit 16 T. Per digit equals, let's say 1,000. All right. So if should be a function. Should be a function. What did I do wrong there? Literally nothing. Okay, there we go. I'll get tick. Minus last increment greater than time per digit. Then we're going to take our current number and we are going to add 1 to it. If current number equal to 100. Current number equals 0. So it'll start at 0, count up to 100, count up to 99 rather,